Conspiracy Podcast broadcast. Station exx47 operating at a frequency of 162.40 megahertz. Programming originates from Brandon's Garage in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You're listening to exx47 Radio.
Hello. Welcome back. Another podcast coming to you. Ugh. How's it going? How are you? How are y'all? I'm doing good. You know, can't complain. Can't complain too bad. Got my Dead Rising up on the TV. Got some NCAA 2005 college football on the GameCube, on the CRT. Just to start us off, I've been playing a lot of that. It's been pretty fun. It was funny because when I was creating my team, I was looking at all the options for like the school names or banners or like what do you want your school to be called? What logo do you want? What logo? And they had one, and just in big generic text it said Big State. So I am the Puddle Generics. Where logo is the Big State. Our jerseys are just a good old red and blue. Pretty atrocious. Pretty childish. Anyways, we're on our third season, about to start our fourth. We're on a 2-year probation because I can't talk. Disciplinary. How do you say that? Disciplinary? I think so, bro. I just had a stroke. I didn't get my boys in trouble when they needed to be in trouble. So I'm on a 2-year suspension. I really don't even know what it affected a whole lot. I just know I started the season off with a whole lot of buys. Hey. Not like that. A bunch of bye weeks. I didn't play. Not a bunch of zesty individuals in the locker room. You wouldn't be having that in 2005. Not in the NCAA game. Maybe today, bro. That'd be fun as hell if they added that today. I'd be down for it. You know, sign me up. Shit, the way I get called a woman, might as well cut my wiener off. That's all I gotta say. Fuck. I'm getting on a tangent. It is about noon on June 1st. And I know you guys are probably like, Brandon, what the friggity frick? I tuned into you last week, and all I got some video about Kool-Aid? About pineapple Kool-Aid spears? I don't give a damn about that. It was the last Friday of the month. I was promised a podcast. I apologize. I really do. Time didn't get away from me. I just honestly didn't even think about the podcast. I thought I had a little bit more time, you know? Yeah, I still enjoy doing these. They're still going to be last Friday of the month. I just had a little bit of a slip up, you know? I was too excited to talk about the Kool-Aid pineapple spears. The shorts that I've been posting on those haven't been doing, awful, so that's good. The video could be doing a little better. Man, this whole past month could be doing a little better. I went from my analytics last month to I got like 45 subscribers in like 1 month, to where in the last 30 days now I've gotten like 5. I don't know. I'd like to think it's not the lack of trying, the lack of creativity in my content, but maybe the algorithm's hoeing me. Maybe I'm hoeing the algorithm. Who knows? Let me pull up my phone. I don't have the best train of thought. That bitch gets derailed quite often. So, throughout the month, I like to write down a few little things that I like to talk about with y'all. I think about y'all all month long. And, yeah. Last week just got the best of me. I didn't think about it. We're here now. What would Joey Diaz say? He'd probably say, put on your stained underwear. He'd probably start screaming about something. Might have been a little random to bring up Joey Diaz. I watched, he played GTA, and I thought that shit was so funny. You know, it wasn't like top 10 YouTube moments. But if you're a fan of Joey Diaz, watching him play some GTA 5 was a hoot and a half. Anyways, I think the reason this month in particular got away from me is because I went on a little vacation. I took some time off. Not from YouTube, of course. If anything, I posted even more while I was gone. Had to, again, I don't know. You can't blame the lack of trying, brother. You know what I mean? But, yeah, me and my girlfriend, Jenny, from the block, you know, she's made an appearance or two on the channel. She's made an appearance or two in the Branson vlogs. You know, I posted a short little video compilation of everything that we did throughout the day. I believe I did a good 5 videos, a few shorts, you know, just chronicling what I did. So I won't go too much in detail about what we did, since you can just go and watch the videos. You know, I think they're fun. You know, they're real nice, short, digestible little videos showing our day. Yeah, first day we started off, you know, we went and got some Brahms. Delicious. Brahms breakfast, mind you. We didn't eat there, but we drove under that arching McDonald's that goes over the highway. It's pretty cool, actually. They have a highway, or they have a building built over the highway, but there's a McDonald's on top, and you can eat up there and watch the cars drive under you as you consume your big arch. In the big arch, you know? Shit. They should have filmed a commercial there. I do think back in the day it was more of a spectacle, because now it's like there's a gas station, a Subway. I'm assuming there was always a gas station there, but I think back in the day it was a lot more of a spectacle, like a lot more of a thing to do, or like a, what am I trying to say, a landmark type of destination. Because I think my buddy went there back in the day, and he said they had like pizza or something, or maybe that was when he went to DC. But I think it was just a kind of a cooler thing, you know, because the McDonald's there is just kind of, you know, in the corner. I think they owned like a good majority of the upstairs was just a McDonald's. Maybe a play place or something, who knows. After that, what did we do? We went, let me see. Oh yeah. As soon as we crossed into Branson, we saw a poster for a liquor store fireworks stand. Best of both worlds, right? I couldn't pull over fast enough. Not to mention, you go in there, they have vapes. They have like fake weed. I didn't know Branson, it's just 21. It's legal there. You can be smoking that chronic all you want. Pretty amazed by that. But you know, gas stations, even here, it's legal here. And they'll have stuff you can buy without a card, or stuff if you're not 21. You know, like weird THC byproducts, or just hemp stuff, or whatever the fuck, you know, CBD. But that was fun. I went in there, got some bottle rockets, because bottle rockets are a big no-no in Oklahoma. Not a big no-no, but you can't buy them anywhere. And the only time I ever shot some off was with my uncle. I was like tiny. Not tiny. I was never tiny. I've been out in these streets. But I know, shit, I was probably like 10, and it was around 4th of July, and just for whatever reason, it was either him or his buddy had some bottle rockets, and they just thought I'd have fun with them. And yeah, we lined up some bottles. We were even like tying the fuses together so they can go. So that was fun. Yeah, but I got some bottle rockets. I set one off, gave some to my brothers. You know, spread the wealth, spread the illicit, illegal activities around. You know, what's a big brother if he doesn't bring you home illegal fireworks? I'm not trying to give myself too much credit, but I wish I had myself as a big brother. That's all I gotta say. Bringing home fireworks. Game or God. I'll cross you up at basketball. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways. I'm just making jokes. I'm just making jokes. Um, Bro, is this playing a whole game? I'm about to get distracted and start watching, bro. I think it's playing a whole game as a demo. That's pretty fire. Um, oh yeah, we didn't really do much the first day because, like I said, we were going to McDonald's, we were getting liquor, we were getting illegal fireworks, we were getting groceries. By the time we checked in, we were just kind of chilling for the night. You know, I think we got there about like 5, 6, something like that. We pulled up. Beautiful place, lovely place. I had actually stayed there before with me madre a few, I don't even know how long ago, because I've been to Branson before. Jenny had been to Branson before too, but we'd never been together. And we thought, how sweet. Branson's not super far from us either, so we thought it would be a nice, shorter little trip. You know, we got out second week of May, first week of May, something like that. So, you know, we really beat the crowds. We beat the traffic. You know, all the crotch goblins were still in school. So, you know, everything was nice and bare. You know, it wasn't full on tourist season. But anyways, we check in. We're signing into our room. It's real nice. There's a tub right in the middle of it. You know, I wish I could go back. We had a nice patio. There was a little bit of an ant infestation. It wasn't bad, but like if you left anything out, not in the fridge, not in a package that ants could smell, they were getting to that shit. Granted, in the kitchen, I never saw ants not in the kitchen, but the ants were a little crazy. I remember we went and got some Krispy Kremes to treat ourselves at the end of a long day at some point, and we came back to the donuts and they had ants on them. We still ate them. We dusted them off, smushed them off, did the best we could. I thought, hey, if there's people in the Congo eating roaches, eating, you know, mosquito patties, eating fucking, you know, I'm sure they make ant patties too, bro. What's a little ant? Not to mention, I don't want to get too ahead of myself, but I voluntarily ate a cricket while I was in Branson. That was on day 3, 2, something like that. Not to get too ahead of myself, but first day we went to the Titanic Museum, had a lot of fun. Again, all this is up in the video. I think you should go watch the video. We had a lot of fun, walked around, did some shopping, and then we ended the evening at the Dolly Parton Stampede, not the Dixie Stampede, because that is hashtag racist, and Dolly Parton ain't about that life. You know what I mean? We're all inclusive out here. Not to say you'll find a brother in there, but hello, it is Brandon from the future. The audio cut out, and I will put where the audio comes back in below. You can skip to that time code if you would ever so like. It was a lot of honkies. It was a lot of honkies at the Dolly Parton Stampede, to say the least. But to bring us on to the next day, we went to Ripley's, believe it or not, down there in Branson. And oh no. Oh no. I beg my pardon, y'all. Technical difficulties over here at the exx47 studio. You know, until I get them subscribers coming in, there's not a lot I can do in terms of technical difficulties like that. You know, it's a one-man operation. Lost audio for a minute. I don't even know why. The bitch is fully charged. It just cut out. I look over. It's not lighting up. Oh, well. Oh, well. Hopefully the audio didn't cut out too long. I apologize. Where was I leaving off? Anyways, third day. We're going to Ripley's, believe it or not. And I go in there. You know, we get there like about an hour after they open. And, you know, there's like maybe 2-3 other people in there kind of going off about the museum, whatever you want to call it. And we're checking in. I'm about to pay for my tickets, and I see a sign on the counter. It says, "Eat a cricket, get a ticket." And I'm like, "For free?" She goes, "For free." And I look down, and it's $28 a ticket. I'm all about saving money. I'm all about keeping a few extra pennies with me. You know what I mean? Maybe I knew I had to take the deal. Not only for money's sake, for content's sake. You know? I thought, what better way to kick off this vacation than to eat a cricket? You know? So I ate my cricket. Not gonna lie, it tasted like some nasty ass mushrooms. It tasted very dry, very earthy. It was funny. After I ate my cricket, I had to go run out to the car, take a swig of water. But nevertheless, I went through the museum free of charge and had the time of my life. Really half price since I had to pay for Jenny, but I'll take it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. I'm trying to think. What did we do next? I know later that day we went to, what was it? Did we do Showboat that day? Yeah, I think we did the Showboat that day. Well, let me double check. Yeah, we did the Showboat that day. I think in between we went and rode the big Ferris wheel on the strip of Branson. We did some go-karts that were nearby. That was very fun. Oh no, I think in between this we did putt-putt. I don't know. I'm kind of mixing everything up. But anyways, we did putt-putt, go-karts, Ferris wheel, shopping, hooting, hollering. Yeah, we went and did the Showboat Thursday night. Or no, I don't even know. Day 4. Or day 3. No, we did that day 3. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm losing my mind. So we did that day 3. Showboat was really fun. You know, you go out on the water. We were thinking about renting like a pontoon or like a little speedboat, just for ourselves to do a little fishing. But I think we were still a little too early in the season to do any fishing. It seemed like the water was still a little cold. It was cold to the touch. I know it would be too cold to swim, that's for sure. But we went and did the Showboat. You know, that was fun. I had a really good meal. We paid for the premium meal plan. You know, you can go eat with the peasants down on the floor, or you can sit in the captain's quarters and enjoy the show and with like-minded bougie individuals. You know what I mean? Jenny and I wore our $10 matching Walmart button-up t-shirts. You know, vacation style, vacation mode. You got a twin on vacation, bro. Anyways. Did that. That was really fun. Next day we went to Silver Dollar City. That was really fun also. God, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not forgetting anything. I feel like I'm forgetting a whole lot. I know we did stuff in between. Silver Dollar City was fun. It's funny. Jenny and I have been together for a very long time. Like 9-10 years, something like that. And we've never ridden a roller coaster together. We had gone to Frontier City, our local amusement park, together. But right when we got there, my friend decided to pass out. So we just promptly left. Bro, looking back, I should have just told his ass to sit in my car, bro. Fuck him, bro. Ruined a whole night. Because I was just thinking, bro, we didn't even get to ride one thing. We were like in line for the Ferris wheel, and this motherfucker passes out. And we had 4 people with us. I was like, bro, you just cost us like $300. Oh, well. Oh, well. I'm just being funny. You know, I remember... when it happened, you know, I was like holding him, giving him water and shit. I'm a good man. I'm just talking shit, you know. Just in retrospect, would have liked to ride a roller coaster with my girlfriend. It took another 5 years for that to happen. Anyways, went and rode some roller coasters. That was very fun. Your big thick boy was able to fit in everything. Thank God I wasn't ready for that embarrassment. To be fair, they do kind of have like a seat of what the ride is at the beginning, so you can kind of see if you can wedge your fat ass into the seats before you get down and face the humiliation in front of everybody. But I locked in, you know, literally, figuratively, and I rode the roller coasters. It was a lot of fun. I haven't ridden a roller coaster in a while. Again, not even just because I think I'm a fat son of a bitch, but the one around here is all right. It's Frontier City. I always Frontier City is fun, but I always hated that it's a Western country aesthetic. And it's nothing against the aesthetic. It's actually fun. I remember back in my day, back in the heyday when I was a kid, they used to do like gunslinging shows and shit, and it was a lot more like topical to the theme. But I just hate it because it's like an excuse to have this shit just run down. You know what I mean? You can build shit out of wood. You can have shit falling apart. You can have, drunk people hanging around. You can have illiterate 15-year-old employees walking around. And it's all part of the aesthetic. But but I think it's really just a damning sign of, one, the park's condition, and two, Oklahoma's condition. Not like it's actually falling apart, but it's definitely seen its better days. It hasn't had a new fucking roller coaster put in like 15 years. It just doesn't seem like anybody gives a fuck about it. Six Flags bought it. Anyways, I digress. I've been watching too much Defunctland. I'm getting a little too passionate about my roller coasters. Shout out to Defunctland. That's a great channel. You should go watch it. I can only watch so much before I feel like a Disney adult. But if you can put the Disney adultness aside, it's very interesting stuff. Very cool, very fun videos. Anyways, back to Silver Dollar City. And that's another thing. Silver Dollar City is the exact same fucking aesthetic as Frontier City, but Silver Dollar City does it 50,000 times better. It's actually like a fun place. You got bitches churning butter. You got bitches making soap. You got, morbidly obese people selling you chocolate. We talked to oh my God. Jenny and I got our ears talked off in the fucking, what was it? The Apple Jam store or whatever. They makes all their jams and jellies and shit. They had like a little store full of like every flavor you can imagine. Every fruit, every preservative, every flavor combination. And there was this girl in there. God bless her. She was very sweet. Nothing against her. But she was a big girl. And I don't even mean to be like big girl making fun. She was explaining to us how that's her favorite place to work because she can lean up on the counter and pull and crack her back. And when she leaned on this counter, she about brought the whole bitch down with her. And this bitch is mounted to the floor. And I thought not only is it funny that like she kind of knows the best places to crack her back, but she also has to know which one of the cashier stands are built into the fucking restaurant or built into the, store, because it was built in, and even then, I'm not shitting you. Jenny will testify. This shit was. Again, I'm not making fun, but she's got a lawsuit on her hands if she keeps fucking cracking her back on some of these stations, because good lord, it's only a matter of time. It's probably broken already. Anyways, yeah, nice sweet girl. It was just one of those situations where I was just like, you almost feel bad. You know what I mean? There was nothing in the conversation that made me put off, or but you're just like, damn. But not like I'm the picture of health myself. It was the, what was it called? The Jamboree, the Jew Jamboree, something like that. What was it? Blue Collar, Billingvall's Blue Collar Jamboree going on. They had Larry the Cable Guy out there twerking and shit. Forgot exactly what was going on. It was supposed to be some type of like barbecue festival. And Bluegrass Jamboree. That's what I'm thinking of. That's what it was called. Yeah, not the Blue Collar Comedy Tour. Here's your sign. Oh man, the goats. I need a Blue Collar Comedy Tour fucking poster in here. That would really tie the room together. Anyways. They had, what am I trying to say? The Jamboree was going on. I thought there would be more live music. Not like there wasn't, but they made it sound like the whole park's going to be fucking feeding you, dancing, singing. It was alright. They did have like a barbecue pass to run around and eat all the chuck wagon food, which again, I didn't see a single chuck wagon like actually physically making food. They had chuck wagon-esque food, but I didn't see the chuck wagons themselves. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Jenny saw them. Maybe I'm talking to shit. But we got some like barbecue French fries or something like that. It had some like pulled pork, little potatoes. That was really good. Jenny and I shared that. It's the most I've talked in weeks. I'm telling y'all, I never talk this long. Because even if you're having a conversation with somebody, that's just why I think it's really interesting that until I started this podcast, I don't think I've ever once in my life just sat down and talked for like a prolonged period of time. My voice is going out. It really makes. I need a mint. I need a Mighty Mint triple honey. You know what I'm saying? Give me the Kirk special. Can I get a Can I get a Full Metal Jacket through the neck, please? Thanks. Anyways. Wow, Brandon. Way to go from Frontier City to talking about something like a real fucking tragedy. Oh, man. You know what I think's a tragedy? The gas prices I had to pay going to Branson. That's the real tragedy. I'll shed a tear for that. Shout out to Maverick, though. They had that clear gas. It was that 91% no ethanol. That shit was almost $5 a gallon. Filled up with that shit every time. Just to stun on them. No, I just feel like my car runs better with no ethanol. What am I saying? $7 City was fun. Rode some rides. After that, we were pretty pooped. I'm trying to think. I don't think we did anything like spectacular after $7 City. Beg my pardon. But the next day was our checkout day. Oh yeah, not to mention, we had a beautiful place. We had a fun time. Again, all this being said, I didn't hear them much at all. Very, very faintly, maybe 2 or 3 times. They weren't loud. They weren't annoying. But we did have some neighbors next to us because it was like duplexes. It was like one unit, but a room, like one side and then the other side. And it was like a big timeshare area thing. And each unit had 4 parking spots, 1 handicap. And so first day I pull up, there's nobody there. So I just park next to the handicap spot. And I'm like, cool. And then we go for the next day and do our thing. And we come back and there's, I think, just 1 car there in the handicap spot. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. I guess we have a neighbor. And we pull up another time and there's fucking 3 cars there. And I'm like, what is going on? And then at one point I hear him leave and I open the blinds and it's another like 400-pound couple. Like, that was the weird thing. It's only 1 room. There was 2 huge people that I saw getting in one of these cars. And then like a mom and daughter type situation, like an older lady and then a like middle-aged woman in a different car. Or no, the 2 fat people had 2 different cars, and then it was a mother-daughter in 1 car. But the unit's a 1-bedroom. And theirs is too. It's identical to ours. So I'm like, so what, you got the 2 fat fucks sleeping together, and then you've got mom and mom in the bed together? And it's like, like not small. It wasn't small at all. But like, it's only for 2 people. 3 would be company in there. 4? Are you fucking kidding me? It's like a studio. There's the kitchen. There's there's a bathroom. But like I said, the tub's in the middle of the fucking room. The bed's there. The tub's here. The living room, it's all open. So I'm like, bro, you can't even scratch your fucking pussy in this bitch without everybody seeing you. I'm like, I can only imagine staying here with 4 people. Again, they weren't like moving and bumping and doing all this shit. But they were parking weird too. Every time I pulled up, they were parked in a different combination of spots. One time I had to park next to the handicap and be wedged next to the 2 of them. One time they were scooted over, so I'm next, like any combination, they couldn't get right with the parking. And then as we're leaving, I'm like, oh, hi, they're leaving and checking out too. And, I'm just like, I wave and say hi or whatever. They don't even fucking acknowledge me. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. Y'all suck also. And then I remember right as we had gotten our car pulled up, they were like sitting out there doing something. And as soon as I'm like about to pull out, she goes to like open her car door. And I'm like, no, fuck you, bitch. And I just reverse. And I remember she just stares me down. And I'm like, don't be a miserable asshole. Like, I don't know. I don't know why I told you guys any of that. I just little things like that kind of frustrate me. Cause I'm like, it's not even like they did anything, but half the time I'm there, I'm just thinking. I'm sitting on the couch, for example, and I'm like, what would I do with 3 other people in here? Am I assuming 2 people stay on the bed? There's one 3-person couch. I'm like, what's going on? It's just weird too, and it's not like just again, the people didn't even look like they knew each other, let alone would be all sleeping in the same room together. Just very strange, very strange. Anyways, Branson was a lot of fun. What did we do on the way back? Oh yeah, last day. Sorry, we're checking out. We're doing our thing. What did we do first? Oh yeah, on our way back, we drove through Springfield to go home, just because that's the fastest way somehow. There's just not a fucking highway between Branson and here, I guess. But we're driving home, and we hit the Bass Pro Shop in Springfield. That was very cool. It's like one of the biggest ones. We ate at a... what's the dude's name? The author. Hemingway's. We ate at Hemingway's in the Bass Pro Shop. That was fire. They had aquariums everywhere. We got to look at the little fishies while we were eating our food. Food was so banging, I didn't even take a picture of it before it sat down. That was like the one time I didn't get a picture of our meal. And then we did the aquarium. We actually did the aquarium first, then Bass Pro. We hit the aquarium that's over there. That was also very, very cool. I don't think I'd been to that aquarium before. Worth it, though. God. My voice. I'm losing my voice. The aquarium is very neat. We had a good time. Sorry, y'all. I'm losing it. I get in these weird kind of... I almost remember I'm filming sometimes, and then I snap back to reality because I'll just be going off on a tangent, kind of just talking in my head, and then I'm like, oh, I'm being filmed right now. Anyways, sorry, y'all. You think I would be a little better at this? What is this? 16 podcasts in? 17, 18, 19? Something like that. I don't even know what fucking podcast this is anymore. That you lose track after you've been balling for so long, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, went to the aquarium. That was fun. Oh, yeah, and then we capped off our trip with a fantastic trip to Fantastic Caverns. And I only say that because I remember going there as a youngin' and thinking it was pretty cool. But I was watching a Channel 5 Andrew Callahan video not too long ago. And him and his buddy, run out of Fantastic Caverns because he claims it's so fucking boring, or it was so stupid, or the lamest thing he's ever done. I think he calls it the biggest tourist trap or something. And I remember hearing that and being like, that's not what I remember at all. And yeah, we went, it's just a little Jeep tour through a cave. It's if you like caves, it's badass. I feel like if you don't like caves, you're not going to have a good time. But then again, if you don't like caves, why would you go to a cave? I don't even know how you don't like caves, bro. To me, a cave is the coolest thing ever, too. Considering, and I know this sounds obvious, but when people find the cave, this motherfucker kept it secret for a few years. I wish I had a whole cave. You know what I mean? That'd be badass. Bitchin'. Yeah, so I'll wrap up our Branson trip. Like I said, I've got videos on videos. I've got all 5 days, some shorts posted. You can go watch all that. It was very, very fun. Speaking of vacation, right after, we had booked everything in advance, and I had scheduled my comedy. I just put, hey, I'm available all month. That's on me. I told him, I kind of fill these things out so far in advance. I don't even think I was thinking about my vacation when I signed up. But I was like, what are the chances they're going to sign me up on the one day that they have open mic while I'm gone? And sure enough, they did. And I didn't sign up for June because I know last time I missed a date, they did the 2-month ban or whatever. So I'll probably, just take this time to recuperate a little bit. I already wasn't hitting comedy super strong lately. I've just been kind of pursuing YouTube a little harder. Not I'm not going to do comedy, and not I'm not going to do it anymore. But it kind of got to a point where I was like, I need to put a little more time and effort into this if I am going to go up on stage. You know what I mean? Not just half-ass it. If I'm being honest, it got to the point to where I would be there the day before I was supposed to go up, and I'd be writing all my jokes. And I should be doing that throughout the month. It's a lack of discipline. Honestly, I'd be procrastinating. I'd rather just sit there on my phone, go beat off, take a nap, eat some junk food, anything but be productive. But I have been trying to be a little more productive. And, I stay going, I stay trying to be active, at least like physically. Like, lately I've been going on more walks, actually, because for a while I would just go on a jog every damn time. And I was like, I'm probably a little more likely to like take a walk every day than go on a run every other day type shit. So, again, you may not think it looking at me, but, I got I'm fast, boy. Anyways. Don't let me get you. I went for a bike ride the other day. That was fucking majestic. Since we've moved, we're not in a big biking area. So I had to take my bike to the lake, just because the last place that we lived at, it was a little easier to bike around and stuff. Yeah, but I'm going to try to be a little more productive, write some comedy. That being said, like I said, I have been focusing a little more on YouTube since it has been taking a downward turn for the month. Again, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I've actually really liked the content I've put out in this lull. So I really do think it's just the algorithm kind of hoeing me a little bit, but whatever. That being said, I did Soft Slips in the NBA. I think that's a fucking great video. I think the Kool-Aid Pineapple Spears is a great video. I watched MTV's Fear. I think that was maybe a few weeks ago. I still think that was within time, though. Anyways, speaking of living around here, right when we got back from Branson, not instantly, but within a few days, this cat came around. And we just been calling her Kitty. I felt bad, gave her a can of tuna. Next time I was at the store, got her a can of cat food. That's happened a few times, and she's been here a few weeks. We're not claiming her by any means. Like, I went outside just a minute ago to see if she was there. She's not there. She just kind of comes and goes, but she's been around at least once a day. It's funny. It's gotten to the point where we let her inside just to take a, look around. Cats, after they like you, they're kind of peeking their head in through the door and shit like that. She's jumping up on our windowsill, seeing what's going on. Jenny's allergic. Not deathly allergic, but and I only say all that. She's, she went out there and voluntarily pet him first, so it's not like I'm just letting a stray cat into the house for fuck you. That'd be crazy. But yeah, she'll just take a little lap and then go back outside. That's been cute. We haven't named her yet. There's been this kitty, and then it was so sweet the other day. We've been feeding her for a few days. She's been nice. And I went and left some food out for her, and she didn't really eat it. And then she kind of ran off for a second. And I was like, okay, weird. And then I looked back outside 5 minutes later, and she had another tiny cat. I don't think it's her cat, but she had a scrawny cat eating her food. So she went and shared the wealth. It's a good cat, good conscience. The other cat in question, the skinnier one, I've been feeding her a little bit too. She doesn't come around nearly as often. I wish she would, though, because she's skinny and she's got some titties. So I think she's got some kittens somewhere. And I'm like, girl, you need to beef up so you can beef up them kittens. You know what I'm saying? Get them titties lactating. Anyways. Yeah, got some cats. Not got some cats, but that's been fun. Man. Speaking of sports... The Thunder will not be the champions this year. Man, I really thought we could hit a three-peat. If we could get this year with J-Dub and who else was hurt? Not Queso. Someone else. I forgot who else was hurt. We were down and out. We got beat out by the fucking Spurs. Wembanyama's freak ass, The craziest thing is we should have lost Game 7 by 30. And we were only down 6, 7, 8 points. But I think all of our starters played like shit, to be honest. That whole series, it was crazy. Chet, didn't do fucking anything. God, he's here till 2030. Not like I don't like him, but I'm just like, dude, you got to beef up or get this dude out of your head, because it's not like Wemby's going to get worse. You know what I mean? It's not like the Spurs are going to be a worse team next year. Man, we got to come back next year, because it's funny. I never once heard anybody say that the Knicks had a chance of beating whoever wins the series until we were about halfway through and fucking Reggie Miller's dumbass goes, I don't know about you guys, but I think I've seen everything I need to see here between the Thunder and the Spurs, and I think the Knicks are going to take this one. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, the Thunder and Spurs series, I think, triumphs, whatever the fuck, Brunson and who else is on the Knicks? Whatever. Just the whole Knicks in general, bro. No way they're better than the fucking Spurs. I just thought that was funny. Yeah, man, other than that, not a whole lot going on. Just been recuperating. Like I said, been reaching out to some friends, trying to do some creative stuff. Maybe making some music soon. Maybe not even to put out, like I told him. Probably just for fun, just to fuck around. Yeah, just trying to stay creative, trying to keep my mind a-flowing. God, it was funny. I don't know if I talked about this in the last podcast, but Jenny and I have been playing a little paintball. We've gone twice in the past 2 months. I initially took her for her birthday. That wasn't the only thing I did for her. It was just kind of birthday month, birthday week type shit, where it was just hey, this is something fun to do. You want to go do it? And she said, yeah. So we did that. I had a blast. Enough of a blast that we had to go back after I got back from Branson. That was really fun. Because the first time we went, and then, we had some obligations that we couldn't be all bruised up to be for. We had a wedding we had to be in. So we had to wait a little bit, but we got to go paintballing again. It was definitely funner the first time. Second time we pulled up, it was busy as fuck. And you would think that would be good, but it was a bunch of small groups not wanting to play with anybody else. So it kind of sucked. It didn't suck, but we were there for 3 hours and we played less than we did the first time. It was a lot of fun, though. It's been cracking me up, though, because ever since I've started playing paintball, me, a fat POS, I've been seeing memes about how fat dudes, when you mention paintball, be like, real shit, basically the memes just fat guys like paintball. And I didn't see these memes until I myself, a fat, started playing paintball. So little... a little unfortunate there, but I'll take what I can get. Man, other than that though, yeah, Thunder lost. Just been working. Yeah, just getting ready. I got a birthday coming up soon, so who knows what I'll be doing for that. Might do a little camping. Might do a little overnight somewhere. Who knows? Who knows? I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up here, though, guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, making it this far if you have. If you have, drop a cucumber emoji in the comments, and I will personally give you a hug and a kiss one of these days. Guaranteed. All right, guys. Be sure to follow me on anything and everything at exx47. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. All of that good stuff really means a whole lot. And I think that's about it, guys. Appreciate it again. Thanks.